What's up, traders? Zach here from the Trading Network. Hope everybody had a good weekend and that you guys are ready for another great trading week. I've got another weekly market profile forecast for everybody. So let us dive right in here to the weekly market profile chart for ES. Now, if you guys are just tuning in, if this is your first time watching one of my weekly forecasts, just as a little bit of background, this is a market profile chart, obviously, that is set to a weekly profile structure that is only showing regular trading hours activity. Now, I really only watch regular trading hours activity on the weekly chart because I believe that it gives me the most impactful information that's useful in the week moving forward and to my edge in general. So what we see here, I had actually zoomed out a little bit just to show you guys that really for the last 2 months that we have had point of control and the value areas moving up or on the weekly profiles, I should say. So you can see here, here's our value area from the week of October 26th between 32.16 and 33.56. Very, very wide value area there. And the point of control was at 32.79 there. So you can see that on the following weeks, our value area just continues to move up. Our point of controls continue to move up. And, generally speaking, as I've been saying, and really all of my previous forecasts for the last couple of months, trend is friend, and things are still looking bullish until something else, decides to change. And what I mean by that is until our point of controls start to move lower and our value areas start to move lower. So just to give you guys an idea here, let's see. So if we see, for instance, our next profile, our next weekly profile move down, right? So you can see that this box is just kind of simulating these profiles. If you see our next profile move down and our next value area lower and our next POC lower, let's say this is the next POC, and then maybe our value area is something like this, something like that, right? So consider this a value area that moved lower right here between these two blue lines compared to all of these value areas, right? Our value area is moving lower and our POC is moving lower in this example. If we see something like this in the coming week's profile, this is when I would be looking for an overall change in behavior, right? Because that means our point of control, the area where the most business is being done, the area where the most time is spent in the regular trading hours session is moving lower. Our value area is also moving lower, which means that the market is finding value at a lower price. The market is finding that a fair price for this asset is lower than what it has been. And obviously this is hypothetical, so don't get me wrong here. We're still bullish, but I am just talking about a possible scenario or what we could look for an overall change in behavior of this market structure. Because until we get something like this, we are continually going to remain bullish, or I'm going to continue to remain bullish because the market is telling me that the point of control is moving up and that value is moving up as well. The market is just finding a higher value or a fair price which is higher each week, which is pretty incredible, amidst everything that's going on. So let's hop over to the weekly profile, or I'm sorry, the session profile here. And we'll just take a look at what's going on so far. You guys can see that it is 4:57 my time, almost 7 p.m. Eastern time. So market hasn't been open for too long, but we are, let's see here. So we opened up pretty much at the top of Friday's range, inside Friday's initial balance area, and got a little bit of a sell-off. You can see here that we opened up this evening and we tested the previous overnight volume point of control to the tick, actually, which is pretty cool. 37, 16, 25, and we have pretty, let's say, a solid area of interest right here. I'll go ahead and include that VPOC as well. So I would say this area is going to be our at least short-term resistance. So I'm thinking that if we can obviously move above these levels, we got a bunch of highs coinciding for several sessions, and then that point of control the highs from Friday, which is 37.18, and then current overnight high at 16.25. If we can break above that and hold that as support, I'd be looking for more upside, making new highs. But for the most part, looks like the market's just trying to find some new value, or to see if we can actually possibly even use this area. See how we're coming down to Friday's value area high at 37.0225. Markets coming into this area and probing to see if we're getting any higher time frame or other time frame sellers to push us below that level. At the moment, we have not found any other time frame sellers to push us below that level, which for the moment is good for the bulls, and everything is kind of status quo, if you will, as far as what's been happening for the last few months. So with that, I'd be looking for downside if we break this 36.99, 3700 level. I like this 92 level, and then this 83. I'm always looking for these POCs. Those POCs, they'll draw price into them if, especially if there's other levels in the area. You can see that we have a volume value area low there. We've got a value area low from the TPOs at 82.25, 83.75 is a POC, 81. So on a larger scale, I'd be looking to revisit this area, the 80 area, if we can't hold 37 as support. And if we do hold 37 as support, I'd like a move back up into the highs, just to once again test and see if we can get any other time frame buyers that are interested in pushing price above those highs. So not a ton changed from last week overall. You guys can see here I have what I call the naked profile, which is essentially no labels other than volume, so you can get a bit of a wider view with a little bit less bells and whistles and less stuff going on here. So we can really see, if we're going to draw like support and resistance levels, we broke above these highs, several highs for several sessions here, and then we began to use this area as lows. So if we wanted to make it a range, I would say this area right here, which is the 71 to 81 level. We're kind of seeing a support resistance flip there. So you can see that resistance, support, came down, probed these levels, and then started to make this area support once again. So this is a major area. This 3670 to 3680-ish level, that's a major area that I would be looking I'll be looking to buy this area, and if it breaks, then I'll be looking for a move back down to these value areas. But at the moment, this is excess lower value, so I'll be looking to to be a buyer in that area until the market tells me otherwise. So let's go ahead real quick and let me jump over to the regular chart here, and let's take a look. So I'll get rid of some of these drawings. Let's go to the 1,000 tick over here. Get rid of some of the stuff off my chart here. So looking at the profile here, you can see if I go ahead and I start to mark off some of these levels. So more specifically, I'll mark off the lows here. You can see we have range lows. We've got the overnight high. We've got the high from Friday, the overnight high from Thursday into Friday, and a couple more of these levels here. And if I put my attention over here onto these charts, you can see that these profile levels are getting excellent play. Now I'll just go ahead and I'll remove some more of my indicators just so you guys can get a really good idea of how these profile levels are working. So you can see here, I got my mouse on global, so you can see that this right here is the overnight low from the 16th into the 17th session, and it's also the initial balance low from Friday. You can see how this level got really nice reaction, support, resistance, played below it for a little bit, and then obviously moved back above. This level right here, really nice level. This was the session low from the regular trading hour session of the 17th, December 17th. Really nice play here at VWAP. And just wanted to show you guys, these are the trade examples that I'm looking for. A lot of times, let's see if we have div here. Kind of subtle. You can take your pick if you want to consider that divergence. I'd say it's a little subtle for my taste, but good setups. Clear local top. Being put in a VWAP, even if you're not considering that divergence. Really good candlestick structure there. So really good trade setups. When you see a profile level aligning with a VWAP deviation or VWAP itself, really high probability trades. You can see right here we've got first lower deviation of VWAP, which is also coinciding with this same level that we end up getting another play off of. Same thing right here, session lows, support resistance flips. You're going to get a lot of scalp opportunity off of these trade levels. So let's see, that's 827. Excuse me, that is 827 to 849. So you get, 3 scalp opportunities in 20 minutes that give up at least 2 points each, 3 points each, and more, honestly. Here's another divergence play right here. You can see that if we mark this off on the profile over here to the right, this is that naked point of control from the December 15th session at, let's see, what price is that, 36.84-ish. And we have a really nice bullish divergence play there. So this is another play that I really love to see. And if I'm at the charts, I see something like this, bullish divergence aligning with a VWAP level and a profile level. It's a no-brainer. And you can see that I took basically all of my indicators off my chart other than my oscillators and my VWAP and obviously the profile levels that I just plotted. So this should give you guys a good example. If you're using these levels, even if you don't have access to market profile yet, use my levels from my trade plans that I post in the Facebook group and plot them and watch for reaction. Watch for divergence at the profile levels that coincide with other indicators or coincide with confluence on your oscillators, things like that. And with that said, speaking of my trade plans, if you guys are not familiar, you can find my trade plans down below in the description in our Facebook group for free, which I release Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m. around New York Open. And these trade plans consist of summaries and write-ups and basically a breakdown of my market profile analysis for each day based on the ES futures market. So I won't get too deep into this. I'm going to save this for some more videos, but I just want to kind of keep planting these seeds so you guys understand how these tools are working together with one another, and just really allow you guys to experiment and encourage you guys to experiment with this stuff, because it's really eye-opening once you start to see how the pieces of the puzzle work together. So with that said, guys, I hope you guys are enjoying these market profile videos, the weekly forecasts, the daily recaps, etc. If you are, please feel free to like and subscribe, and also leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. With that said, we also have access to our free Facebook group in the description down below, which you can access my market profile trade plans Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern at New York Open. And you can also find access to our website in the description below, thetradingnetwork.io, where you can get one-on-one mentorship with me. You can get access to the proprietary indicator package, which you see here on my chart. You can also get access to our private Discord, where you can watch me trade starting at New York Open Monday through Friday, which is 9:30 a.m. Eastern again. And last but not least, you can also find access to our new course, The Fundamentals of Futures Trading, which gives new traders and really traders of all skill levels 2 varying strategies for separate market conditions. This is very important, and most traders don't actually understand that you need different plays for different situations in the market. So with that said, guys, thank you again for watching. Thank you again for taking the time to like and comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.